Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Backfire Simsport TV. I'm Clyde Whiting, and tonight we bring you round 3 of the fantastic next level E-Series Lamborghini GT3 Cup, live from the awesome Brands Hatch circuit in the UK. In the booth with me tonight, I have the usual suspects. I have Mr. Pete Bingham. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Clyde.
I have Mr. Bill Switzer. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody.
I have Mr. Tyler Newitt. Good evening.
Hello, everybody.
And your cameraman, as usual, tonight is Mr. Happy Sam Boozin. Good evening.
Good evening, Clyde. Good evening, everybody.
So, gentlemen, round 3 of this fantastic series. I've got to say that because I am thoroughly enjoying it. We've got an absolutely bumper grid round here. We're looking at 45 cars round the very old school and traditional Brands Hatch circuit, which we all know can be very difficult to overtake, and it's very narrow in many parts of the track. So let's start with you, Pete. What are you expecting? An hour of sense and sensibility, or many incidents?
Well, either sadly or brilliantly, I think this is going to be utter chaos. Brands Hatch, like you said, has very narrowing points on it, and 45 Lamborghinis racing around like really erratic wasps is going to be a fantastic thing to watch. Hopefully they all make it to the end, but I'm not that hopeful. You're right though, this is a fantastic league and there's some fantastic drivers in it. There's an enormous amount of skill on the track right now. It's going to be a brilliant evening, it's going to be terribly exciting. I hope there's not massive crashes, but obviously for the viewership it's going to be that way. And yeah, a fantastic night, some of the most iconic turns in motor racing, ancient track really, and modern car, so it's going to be great.
Yeah, so nearly as ancient as Bill's underpants. Tyler, now I know you've done some secret testing round here in this car. How did you find it?
I found it a lot of fun. I have to say, despite the talent level of this field, I think there's going to be quite a few incidents just by the nature of this track, and any car that's faster than a golf cart around here, you're going to be dropping wheels in the grass, and it's pretty unforgiving, especially in iRacing, especially around that corner we've just seen them go through, whose name escapes me, but it's so easy on
I think that's Lodge.
Is that it all? Maybe there's 2 lodges. Anyway, I think no worries, Bill. I think it's just so easy to drop a wheel off into the grass and spin it off here. I know I did it a few times in practice, and even the drivers who have put in way more practice than me, which is most of them, I think are going to find themselves in trouble over the course of an hour.
Yeah, and Bill, we know of your love for this circuit. Do you wish you was out there?
Not with this group, no. Even though they're very skilled, I could tell you, I think we're going to have the biggest collection of twisted Lamborghini Huracans in the world after this is over. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. But it's really a beautiful setting with a pretty slick looking car. So hopefully it won't be as bad as we think it is. We've been wrong before, like almost every time. So you never know what's going to happen. It might turn out better than we think. It's going to be a lot of fun though. Whoops.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Andrew Van Dalen spinning that.
Yeah, so we're currently 4 minutes into the 15-minute qualifying session. Time for me just to say that last time out we had Mirko Bortolotti taking home the win, and he's not with us tonight. Can't remember where he said he was racing, but he was off racing somewhere.
Dubai 24 hours.
That's it. Yes, he was off to sunnier climes. Boudouin Custer came home second with Jerome Vatlet in third. So in the driver standings, gents, Mirko Bortolotti currently leads the way, but like I say, we know he's not here tonight. Perry Pinkinen is currently in second, equal on points with Jerome Vatlet. David Klasman is fourth and Tom Boss is fifth. And then in the team standings, we have Gazex Racing Team currently in the lead with Racecraft Esports second, Bingoal by Simtag EMG in third, Lamborghini Squadra Corsa in fourth, and Team DRC in fifth. So that is our current standings. Pete, just a quick one for you before I annoy one of the organisers and drag them in. Do you think this is likely to be one of those races where the first, 5-10 minutes of the 1 hour race could be very hectic and very incident strewn, and then, as we've seen before in other races, not necessarily in this series but other series, things just calm down and people find their level?
Well, that's exactly the scenario we had at Long Beach. There were the first maybe 5 laps, I think it was incident strewn, and then everybody just got on with it. And it was a bit of a first race of the season, maybe the first race ever. I don't know how long Next Level's been running for. I really should have looked that up. But everybody finding who they could push, who they couldn't. And it was very, very professional after those first 5. Everybody settled down. Maximilian Paul, last time out, got shuffled back, if you remember. Ended up in a few incidents on screen at the moment. Very capable driver, teammate to the lad that's not with us today. Just forgot his name because my brain doesn't work.
Portoladio or whatever.
Thank you very much. It's nothing to do with the people, it's just me. car reversing through paddock.
That was interesting.
Kitty litter there. So yes, it could be, because this is a very technical track. It's very twisty, very tight. Braking zones, you can approach some of these corners with a variety of styles of driving, whether you coast it through the corner or brake late or brake early to get a drive either uphill or down a hill. Everybody will be choosing a slightly different style, and none of them are the wrong style, but they will come into conflict with one another without a doubt. I don't know whether Tyler's got a view on the different styles of driving around Brands Hatch. What do you think, Tyler?
I don't really know.
That failed.
I have to say, I just kind of drive it how you drive it. It's kind of, I would say, a fairly narrow track, and a lot of it, there's really only one way to do it. I mean, certainly, there's different ways to take, like, Paddock Hill, because you can kind of back it up a bit and try and get the run off into the hairpin, or you can dive it in on the brakes if you've got to run on somebody. But for the kind of the Grand Prix circuit, I feel like there's only really one way to do it.
I agree with you for most of the corners, like Hawthorne, for instance. You've really got an optimal line through there. But out of Clark, which takes you onto the start-finish straight, into Paddock Hill, Surtees has a number of different lines of entry, and the lines you get on the exit and the speed you can carry through do differ, and you can benefit one way or the other. Dingledale, that's kind of a one-line corner, but if you don't get, I think it's Westfield, which is the right-hander with lots of runoff, you can take that on a number of different lines and different tightness of corner means you end up in Dingledale on a different line. So you can get mugged there, or you can get a massive advantage there. So 2 or 3 points on the track, like here for instance, you've got options, and those options, look at the lines through there from those 3 cars, they're all on different ones. I know one's stopping, but it'll be an interesting thing, and I think we'll get cars coming together for those reasons.
I will say, Pete. Sorry,
Tyler. Just at this moment, I'm just going to bring our very own Jelly Bean in, one of the organisers of this series. Welcome to the booth, Jelly.
Hey guys.
Hello. Brands Hatch, old school circuit, tight, twisty, 45 Lamborghinis. Are we going to get into double figures for finishes?
Who will tell? I don't know. It should be good. It depends on how everyone will behave. Of course, like you said, it's an old school track. To be honest, in real life, it's my favorite. It's such a enjoyable track, so should be good.
Should be good.
I knew I liked him.
Yeah, I agree. This is a tremendous track. Absolutely beautiful.
But also, this track is both in simulator as in real life. It just punishes you at exactly the same corners, same bumps. This track is amazing.
Yeah, there's certainly not a lot of room for error, is there, around this track? But we're thankful for the organisers for putting this track on the schedule, because we absolutely love it. And normally we get races round here that's got a bit of everything. It's jam-packed with incident and also jam-packed with fantastic overtake. So I'm sure either way it's going to be a brilliant race. And are you actually racing tonight? Because we haven't seen you put a time in yet.
No, I'm gonna skip qualifying and go to the race.
Ah, right. Okie dokie. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of the race.
Maybe. Who knows?
Thanks for joining us, Jelly.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers.
Right, sorry, Tyler, for interrupting you there, but please carry on with whatever you were going to say, if you can remember what you was going to say.
Well, I was just going to say that Pete was absolutely right about Clark and Surtees, but through Westfield and Dingle Dell, these cars are so fast that it really makes it into a one-line corner. Because unless you severely mess up Westfield, you kind of need to take the optimal line through Dingle Dell to set up whatever the next one is as well. So I would say that, yes, the kind of corners that make up the Indy circuit, definitely we're going to see kind of multiple lines through there, but just with how quick these cars are on the back half of the circuit, it really kind of forces the drivers into one line essentially.
No, and it's a good shout, because I always forget that I drive a lot slower than Tyler. so I probably do end up with multiple lines going through some of these corners.
Well, Pete's already been abused on the chat, so that's a good sign for tonight. So we've got about 2 minutes left in this qualifying session. Your current top 5, if it doesn't change whilst I'm talking about it, is Andrew Van Dalen, who I think we've just seen crash. Max Paul in second, Boudouin Custer in third, Sam Holt in fourth, and Kevin Owen in fifth. Just some quick shout outs to people on the chat. That's Kevin Lowers, our very own Martin Brennan, Jerome, Stacey is on as usual, so look out for the yellow cars, because Stacey will be jinxing them. Nils is on as well. And Pete's now replying. So
I tell you what, Clyde, it'd be good in qualifying if we could get in the car for a lap. I know there's not much time, so there's only like a minute or something.
I'm sure our cameraman will.
That looks like it's coming out.
Hey! Right, here we go. So, out of through into Graham Hill bend. Lots and lots of curb. You can be very, very. You can take the Michael round that one. Surtees, here we go. Let the back hang out a little, not that much, mate. And then gun it up the hill. It's as if I've pre-scripted that one, isn't it? So this is Pilgrim's Drop. And then you're into Hawthorne, one line through here, or one good line, as Tyler was mentioning before. And then Westfield, same again, one good line in a car as wide as this and as fast as this before you hit Dingle Dell, down into the bottom here, and then it bounces you right up and through Sheens. That's that one. Take a lot of curb. Don't go wide. Whoa! Oh, Neil's gone wide there. Knackered his ball. Unfortunately, that might be the end of that. Is there a car behind him? Is there a car behind him? Maybe not this one. Wide there. And he's quitting. I don't think this is going to work, do you?
Yeah, Westfield is another one, isn't it, that you can really take the proverbial with the curve.
The inside and the outside, yeah, totally. Hopefully, Jeffrey, who we're on board with, Jeffrey Coleman, I'm sure that's now his same name, but I'm deaf car on the left, will be able to finish his lap, and then I'll pick up from where I left off. So again.
In the meantime, Martin Brennan started on me, so he's just lost 100 points in the
We're just not
just jinxing everybody now.
Next!
Oh, here we go.
That's a good line. So, in the Dingle Dell again, and then round Sheen, so take a lot of the right-hand curve. Don't go left. Oh, my God. Really, boys. And there's no other cars on the track.
That's everybody.
Hey! Oh, no, here we go. Oh, that one's going backwards. Here we go. David Plasman. Right, let's try this again. Hey, he's made it. Right. So, Sterling's. Lots and lots of left. There you go. And it really feels good when you get that one right. This is clearway straight. You go over the brow of this hill, under that bridge. And then you're into what we were talking about before, Clark Curve. Really wide entry, really wide exit. And then the start-finish straight brings you round to the end of the lap.
Yeah, what you were saying there about Surtees, that's an absolutely fantastic corner, isn't it? Because it's got a lot more camber than you actually believe.
Yeah, if you close your eyes and do it, you'll do really well.
Exactly, yeah, I love that corner.
I'll tell you, that Clark corner is so easy to go off the outside because you want to really get on the gas for this straightaway.
And here's Max Van Splunteren, who scares people off the track.
Yeah,
And he
think
disappears.
that is it.
Oh, that is it, yeah.
So I'm going to leave you guys to run through our starting order,
Okay.
just because I'm horrible.
Don't
Yeah,
everybody
I wanna-
talk at once.
No, I'm going to wait for it to come up on the stream. So I know I'm talking about the right things.
It's up for me.
Is it?
Shall I give it a start?
I think you better add, yeah.
All right, on pole for the race is Andrew Van Dalen for Airborne Racing. Starting in second is Maximilian Paul for Gaz X. Looks like we're going to have a full pace lap here, so we got plenty of time. Boudewijn Custer will start in third. Sam Holt starting in fourth. Lucas De Vries rounds out the top five. I believe this is the first time we've seen Lucas in the series. Kevin Poen will start in sixth for Next Level. David Plasman in seventh. Msej Krolikowski in eighth, ahead of Will Egby. Niels Langeveld, who we saw spinning in qualifying, will start in 10th. Martin Statman will start 11th, ahead of Ricardo Ricci.
And I'll carry on. Have we seen Martin Statman before? He seems like a new name to me.
We've definitely have, yes.
Have we? Right, okay.
Yeah,
I was
think
just
so.
ignorant then. That's fine. Right, 13th is Tom Voss. 14th, Flo Darms. 15th will be Max Van Splunteren in the scary car. Where am I? 16th, Ross Yost. 17th, Jort van Wyk. We'll go with. I've got the names the right way around this time. 18th will be Niels Costa. 19th, Perry Paikinen. 20, Jeroen Vatlet. 21st, Jeremy Colmel. 22nd will be Marvin Amont. 23rd will be Cass Brinkhuizen. And 24th will be Brian Crowells.
That's a name I remember.
Okay, 25th. Sorry, 25th is Nick Stoop. 27th, Robin B. Becker. Yeah, that's got D. Becker. I'm sorry. 27th is Jensen Louis. Where am I? 28th, Justin Nader. 29th, Peter DeHoy. 30th, Elvis Bonello. 31st is Richard Ukima. 32nd, Simon Van Duke. 33rd is Eric Verlay. 34th, Perry Oosterbeer. 35th is Yuri Tenbordy. 36th is Nels Tishners. 35th is, somebody else do that, please.
Okay, so going off 35th is Yuri Tenbord. 36th, Neil Tistas. I'm just waiting for the screen to catch up with me. Okay, so 37, Stefan van der Velde. In 38th, Alias de Vries. 39th, Niels de Kuiper. 40th, Quinton Floor. 41st is Kevin Van Dessel. 42nd is Ben Edelman. 43rd is Jelly Bean. 44th is David Amisi, and coming off last is Davey Rietsma.
Do we know if there's any penalties served, or do we not get that information?
Well, I believe we do have that information somewhere, Pete.
All right. I'll go digging. I think I found something. Why are people laughing at me?
It's the play-by-play of you looking for these.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm just keeping everybody involved, you know? It's only fair.
You're a true commentator.
I am a true commentator.
I think a
Also,
true one
when
would
you
have
found-
looked before the race. But
Yeah.
Who asked him? Who asked him?
I didn't say a talented commentator, just a true.
Oh, we've lost Jerome Patton. Okay, we've gone. We are green.
3 wide already.
Hope they got their flak jackets on. Here they come.
Watch out for the bits, boys.
That's not too bad.
Yeah.
That's
Now
all
we
right.
just drew it
Seeing
together.
Nick Stoop dropping down the order, so Nick Stoop must have had some trouble at Paddock Hill.
Might be in the kitty later.
I only saw him go though, so it looks like everyone else seems to be playing nice.
Not too bad so far.
Are you eating, Bill?
You Pete. You caught me, Pete.
That's a wide
Ooh,
car
yeah,
there.
somebody way wide.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. That Perry? No, it wasn't Perry. 2 cars back from him. Who's that?
Was it Elvis?
No, it was Jeffrey, sorry. Jeffrey Coleman. That's Budawine Custer. I thought he was higher up as well.
He is in 3rd, still showing in 3rd at the moment.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's my SDK's gone absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, Andrew Van Dalen is still leading. Right.
So-
This is
Nick Stoop at the
Stoop.
start.
Let's have a look at this.
Play of the start.
Brent, that needle. Oh, he's not
Yeah.
hit anything, has he?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a bent up chicken wing.
He could have been on rails in that thing.
Ooh, who's that
Oh,
off?
dear.
Somebody was
That's
wide.
someone very, very wide.
Well, he came back on pretty well.
That was the rally line.
Richard Buchema.
Yeah, I don't think he hit anything either.
And I don't think he lost the position. everybody will be doing that line soon.
I'm showing Elvis Bonello has dropped through the field as well. Don't know what happened to him. He's down 11
no.
spots from where he started. Right on cue.
Well, it is. It is an hour long. Maybe he's waiting for all the stuff to happen.
Oh, he's the brake.
Locked up the rear, yeah.
Yep. Ooh.
Whoa!
Caused a mess, too.
Oh, dear.
dear.
That's expensive.
That must have been. I also see Quinton Floor and Ben Edelman have dropped to the pits, so that must have been them involved.
This is it again. Whoa.
Same one,
Yeah, and he spun it on the grass,
Yeah.
and then
I would imagine that is Quentin who hit him.
yes, I think you're right. So yeah, eventful. At Sterling.
Here's another view. Yo! Wow.
There's always a risk of slowing down that much, isn't it, in a race? With
Yeah.
So back at the front, that car, Maximilian Paul's car looks like it's had some attention at the front, or am I just viewing it?
Yeah. I was just looking at what was going on with Elvis, whether he was going to get back out again. I'm sure he'll get his way back through the field somewhere because he ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Oh dear, did you have to Google that or what? Deary me.
He's been trying to come up with that since the first race.
Yeah.
So we're currently looking at the general in third.
Yeah. Colonel, I think you're after, but never mind.
Colonel Custer.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope this Custer has a better result than our Colonel Custer did. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. That didn't end well, did it?
No, not at all.
Well, not for him anyway. Yeah, he's got Maximilian Paul in front of him. I'm seeing, I see some damage on Max's car. I'm now on first name terms, so I can call it Max.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, front left.
Yeah, front left.
I think he can get away with it, Pete. He looks like a nice lad. I just saw his picture.
All right. One of them's got a really funny picture. If I spot it, I'll tell you. From his picture on the stream, is he old enough to drive? No.
Wow. Pretty good pass on the outside of 30.
Ricardo was not scared off by Max Vanderpool's car.
No, he wasn't. And that's what I was meaning about multiple lines through that corner, because you can put it round the outside of someone. If they get ever so slightly wrong on whatever they're doing, you can have them on a number of different lines.
Well, I'll tell you, so far...
Oh, that's why. Sorry. Go on, Bill.
No, that's okay. It was a tickler. Well, that corner they just went through, that right hand over that, boy, that's pretty, where they were all going off, that's pretty dynamic right there, I gotta tell you.
So the biggest mover so far is our friend Jellybean, who we talked to before the race. He's up 7 spots from where he started.
Whoa!
Ooh, something's happened to Ricardo there.
What the heck happened there? That's kind of weird.
Where is he?
He's coming up now, I think.
Break on the grass,
No, just
Snapped, didn't it?
yeah, over-rotated and he put himself.
Somebody almost took the nose off his car.
I was going to say that was the best pit lane entry I've ever seen.
Except he didn't go in.
Except he didn't go in, yeah.
How that blue car missed him.
No, I know, that was impressive. Because you're foot to the floor and full beams at that point.
Yeah.
Side by side for 22nd.
Yeah. Wow. That was, well, I don't know who's won this yet. It's still going.
But it's costing them massive amounts of time.
Yeah,
It
not a
is,
place you want to be side by side, is it?
No, into Dingledale they go, all of these guys. And now we're back at the front here. And that's because Custer, Colonel Custer, is right on the exhaust pipes of Maximilian Paul. In fact, he's showing his nose.
He's looking inside, yeah.
Yeah. Showing his nose. He's lost in ground. Who's that?
Bill Egby.
Bill. He's going to have to wait for about an hour.
On the outside of Paddock Hill Bend.
I would just back up a little just in case if I was in.
This is going to be on his own by the look of how far he is away from everybody else. Yeah, slow drift into the kitty litter.
You know, wouldn't you back up and kind of go on an angle toward the...
Yeah, you would, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the worry there is somebody takes the Bingham line.
Like the very, very outside line.
Yeah.
I like that line.
The gravel helps you turn.
It does, yeah. That takes the paint off the front of your car for extra speed. So,
we've got a question from Quinton McClure, and I know the answer. So what do you guys say? Racing further with 13 minutes of repairs and 6 laps down, or grab a beer?
I would.
Why not both?
I was just going to say, I would do both of those.
Yeah. Grab a beer, get your repairs done, get back out there.
You can grab lots of beers during your 13 minutes of repairs.
Then after, when you go back out, see what other kind of tricks you can do.
Yeah. Oh, there's a move.
Whoa!
That is a good move.
That was a nice one.
Is he
And
going to
well
keep
held
it
by
though?
Tom Voss,
Probably
yeah.
not, but that was so good.
Yeah, that's good defense though, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, as long as you can hold it around the outside of the hairpin, it sets yourself up for the inside of the next one whose name escapes me. So it was well managed by Voss there to keep that position.
Graham Hill bend after Druid, yeah.
Yeah.
And the leaders piling their way through Westfield.
Max Van Splitteren.
Going to try and terrify the car in front. Oh, hang on.
That was Custer.
Oh no, he was in third, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Now down to
What
10.
the heck happened there? Looked like he got hit.
I think he's tried
Wheel
to
in the grass.
something into Sheen. Yes, I think you're going to be right here. He's going to be wide, isn't he? Not there, but here.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Slightest bit of tyre.
Not
Well
much at
avoided
all.
by everyone behind him.
Yeah. Miracle.
I don't think he'll be the only driver we see doing that today.
3 wide. 2 now.
So this is still that battle for 11th between Splinter
Wow.
and Voss.
Yep. Sponsoring is ahead now.
Yep. But their battling has brought Ross Yost and Jorg van Wijk in as well.
Tell you what, it's as frantic as I expected it to be so far.
Yeah, that was a good move there by Ross.
Something's happened to Splinter.
How do you mean?
I'm showing him dropping down the timing.
Huh?
Yeah, he sure is.
Have you got cameras on Max von Splunter and Sam? I know these guys are duking it out at the minute.
It's definitely dropping.
Must have been a connection.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, you must be right, yeah.
Not seeing anything in my racing text, but maybe it'll come through in a bit.
Sometimes there's a delay.
There's nothing on the incident.
Oh, here's this man.
Will Egby appears to have bailed. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, who is that? That is
64. No, it wasn't Kaz. It was Harry Peineken, who was pretty high up in the standings, isn't
He
he?
was, and it is, yeah.
Breaking on the grass. I did that in practice. Yeah.
Oh, and he
Oh,
was
just got a piece of him. I
That's
think.
what, yeah.
not much of a contact, but enough.
I think Quinton has now had 7 beers doing his repairs.
We've lost Will Egby, and Max van Splunteren has now had a network failure.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
gone through. So Tyler was absolutely right,
Keep going, Tyler.
As he always is.
but don't tell him that.
Always, mum.
So Tom Voss lost that position and immediately got it back. So all worked out for him in the end. There is Custer on Statman with an aggressive slide
That was
job there.
aggressive, wasn't it? That was. There's no stopping this. Too wide over the start-finish stripe here. A lot of wiggling going
Now
on
I'm
behind.
seeing Jeffrey Cornwall dropping down the order. Still progressing, so he's not out of the race yet, but he
Down to
lost quite a few
26.
spots just there, yeah.
Neil Langeveld is doing some aggressive line changes all the way around.
Ooh, don't break on the grass.
No, don't touch the brakes.
Well, that was really good. He didn't do anything evasive. Otherwise, he would be where he is right now.
The back comes around really quick if you touch the brakes when you're not on the tar. Oh,
I cannot believe these guys are passing on the outside of 30s. That's really hard to do, I'll tell you.
it depends. If you've got lots of overspeed, the line around the outside is effectively faster.
There is grip right now.
And as usual, all the next level cars are running in one big train.
Every race.
That could be the biggest blue on blue ever.
Ooh, and somebody spun right in front of him. That's Colnell again, so he's
Yes.
had more trouble.
He might need repairs on that now. And there again, Niels Langeveld, very aggressive line changes. Scares the hell out of the car behind him. Who is that? Lucas de Vries. Lucas in the slipstream of Niels Langeveld. Oh, that's wide. That's very wide. Sam's busy trying to catch that. Yeah.
Ooh. The highest running of the next level cars at the moment, I believe.
Not anymore.
He just wants to make his way backwards to be correct.
Yeah. He's got anxiety issues and needs to get back to his friends.
Maximilian Paul still thundering along behind Van Dalen there.
Yeah, these
So-
guys have etched out some daylight, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
Sam Holt has got past David Klasman.
He's moved up into third, yeah.
So I surmised based on the driver picture that Niels Langeveld is a real world driver, and indeed he is.
Right. Tell us more.
He drives in the, or at least in 2020, he drove in the ADAC GT Masters Series in an Audi GT3 car. So not all that different from the
Yeah,
Lamborghini.
basically the same thing, isn't it?
Prior to that, it looks like he drove TCR and Porsche Cup. So pretty accomplished real
Whoa,
world driver.
there we go, there we go. Oh, no.
Hang on to it.
Yes. Right a bit. There we go. And he's been safe, so hats off to you, Maximilian.
Yeah, but Sam Holt has got past him.
And they've given
Oh,
Van Dalen a huge lead. Oh, that's
Thomas
Lost.
Needs a new car.
Like he was playing
That looked like
hopscotch
some
or
sort of
something.
flying lesson there.
This track wasn't an airport, was it?
No.
Oh, that was a hip check.
yeah.
Oh, there we go. Whoa. Jeez.
Wow, that was violent. Check your fill-ins, Tom.
Funny, the virtual cameraman there would have been on the ground if you ever saw
Oh, that's a sense.
Yeah,
That was Max Paul, yeah.
Back to the Max Paul one, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't
Speed
know.
he was carrying there, I think he missed his braking point.
You think?
You don't know if you don't try.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think that was a potentially speculative attempt. So, David Plasman now finds himself behind Maximilian Paul. Oh, here we go, teammates. Nick Stoop.
Yeah, it's the Punky Chicken
Oh, no.
team.
It is.
And Van Diesel, the actor.
So actually,
Yeah.
I've just figured out, because I'm a bit slow on the uptake, that Max Paul and Niels Langeveld were teammates in the ADAC GT Masters Series for T3 Motorsport. So they're racing for different teams here, I believe. I think Max is with GazX and Niels is just with Team
Neil.
Yellow, I guess. Yeah.
Team Stacy.
Yes. But I thought their driver suits looked similar in the pictures, and they did.
Right. That was very well worked out then, Agatha.
Investigative
Well done.
reporting from Tyler Newell.
Our race reporter, Kyle Newell.
I reckon he knew it all along.
I reckon we need to change his name to Hercule Poirot.
There you go. Tyler's going, oh.
That is a fully battered car behind Ricardo Romkema. So who is that? Niels Costa. The front of that car has seen lots of attention.
Well, that's
Sorry,
the
Bill.
Colonel. That's the Colonel, right?
No, that's different.
No.
You're talking about
Boudouin.
Colonel Boudouin Costa.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He's in 7th place, actually.
That was David Plasman showing his nose from 4 days back. This is close though. This is York and White behind, I think that's Ross Jones. And Niels Langeveld is now getting the attention from Colonel Custer. No, Luke De Vries. Oh dear, next level
Wrong
car.
way. Okay. That's it, yeah.
That's Kevin again.
Owen again,
Yeah, oh, what are you doing?
Steady.
There's going to be a handy 300-point turn that follows that. So yeah,
Braking on the
not-
grass.
Yeah, braking on the grass.
And
Oh,
then exiting on the grass.
yeah,
Too much grass.
yeah, bit wall. No, he managed to miss
So
it.
yeah, I think he managed to wheel spin away from that, didn't he?
Yeah. And Niels Langeveld has got himself a little bit of air. Stacey will be ever so happy.
Good battle, this.
It is. It's good and close.
It's excellent.
That was Statman on Custer, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Getting awfully close.
Oh, here we go. Looking inside.
Yeah, up to Jelly Bean.
He is now up 21 spots from his starting position after
Whoa.
telling us he was skipping qualifying.
Yeah. Just wanted to make it a little bit more challenging for himself.
I mean, I think the league organizer, he wants to put on a show for everybody watching, so coming through the field.
And also, I don't think he wants to qualify up near the front either.
Yeah, that too. This battle is not dying down.
That's why Clyde organizes all these things, because he's never up front, so we don't have to worry about it.
I'll tell you something, Sam Holt is catching the leader.
Oh.
And he has managed to stay in front of Maximilian Paul as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether that's because of damage, but it's only half a second, so maybe
Is
Max
Sam Holt
waiting.
Is Sam Holt the Stacy yellow car?
No.
Nope, that's Niels. Niels Langeveld. Another driver we're missing this week, I've realized, is Sam Coiter, who,
That's right.
remember,
Oh,
did he win
yeah.
race 1?
He did.
If he didn't, he was near the front, and
No, he won it, I think.
yeah, and had some trouble at Spa, but he was, I believe, the representative for Racecraft Esports that had them second in the team championship, so they'll be dropping out of the picture this week as well.
And was he the guy? He was a real life Lamborghini racer too, wasn't he? Was that the guy?
I think you're thinking of Mirko. Well, we've got a lot of, there was someone else, we had a few last week.
Yeah, but
yeah,
he ended up either he had a podium finish. He was up there in the first. I don't think it was Bordelot. It could be Bordelotti. I'm not sure.
There were so many last week, I didn't know whether to bow or curtsy. But Martin Brennan has said that I just told Stacey that Niels is a real racing driver. She didn't know because she doesn't listen.
Uh-oh. That might not go.
Corbin, not listening, I'm not having that.
A domestic, live on chat.
Yeah.
No, that may not go well.
I wonder if the argument is going on from different groups or whether they're sat next to each other.
If it wasn't before I said that, it certainly will be now. It's not going to end well for Martin.
They might be on different viewing things.
Yeah, in different postcodes.
Yeah.
Right, what's going on here? Is that a laps car? Oh, right, we've switched. Jelly bean. Trying to get. Oh, hang on. It was Jelly bean. It's now Kaz House.
Yeah.
What have I just said? Brinkhausen. Yeah, that'll do. Back to the Jelly bean situation. So he's chasing Richard Bukima. I made a meal of that name.
Yeah, 15 syllables. That was good.
Yeah, when there should have only been 2. This is getting tight now, isn't it? So.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, Andrew Van Dalen is definitely getting closed down, as Clyde rightfully said. I hate it when it's right. Sam Holt, Max Paul, and David Plasman, the fastest car on track. He has set the fastest time.
Never mind the racing. This domestic's getting better.
Is it? It's kicking off on the chat.
Now, is Van Dalen and Holt teammates? Their cars look kind of the same.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well, just to go.
Whoa, baby!
Yeah.
That was Jelly Bean and
So
Bukema, I think.
Let's look at that again. So Yelly's trying to make the pass. I think Yelly bobbled.
I do as well.
Yeah.
He twitched.
Bill, I've done some research, and the other Lamborghini driver we had racing last week, who is not back this week, is Daniel Cruz.
that's the guy. That's the guy.
Yes. Oh, hang on. Who's that going super, super
Is that
slow?
Jelly Bean?
I don't think so, is it?
No, he's still going.
Whoever it is has decided he needs to pit.
He needs to fit, yep.
Stefan Vanderveld.
Yep. Thank you, Tyler.
Tyler knows his Lamborghini drivers, I gotta tell you.
Does. Yeah.
I just looked at the results from last week and found the name that wasn't here.
So
That's right, it was Crow.
the domestic is getting personal now.
Oh, boy.
That's a low blow.
That is, yeah.
I am actually making the low blow symbol, you know, the arm gesture. So Stacey says that Martin's just jealous because she's cheering on A, and I'm going to put this in quotation marks, folks. Proper driver.
Wow. That is fighting talk.
That goes under the heading of shots fired.
He may need a K-Rider jelly after that shot. Hope he's got a comfortable couch or recliner or something.
Okay, so that lead gap is under a second.
Oh, yes, proper close down now. So Sam Holt's closing down on his teammate.
And Max Paul and David Plasman are both there as well.
Yeah, but they've dropped back a bit from Sam.
Yeah,
So is Sam the bubble in the spirit level, or what?
I think there may have been no, that's a hell of a lap. That is from Sam.
From Sam, yeah. Everybody else was pretty much on the same pace around him.
Yeah.
And behind them as well.
And that's his personal best.
Only driver in the 22 side.
Yeah, I wonder if Max Paul got damaged when he went into the kitty litter off Paddock Hill Bend there.
Well, when we watched the replay from looking back from his car, there was a contact sound, so I don't know how that translates into damage in them.
Here comes somebody else crawling along there. I don't know who that is. They're making it back to the pits. They got a long haul. Or maybe they just moved over. I don't know.
Well, they're still going very, very slow. If I was doing that, I'd certainly try and keep in the toe of the fast car.
So I'm presuming, based on the paint schemes, that Van Dalen and Holt are teammates.
Yeah, Bill
It
said
looks
that a
like it.
minute
It
ago.
looks like it. Yeah.
Airborne
definitely the case.
racing, I guess.
Yeah, but I think they're in different subcategories of that team, I think.
I see.
Oh yeah, one's got kind of the what color do you call that? Cayenne accent.
Yeah, cyan and, well, white.
Cayenne,
really.
yeah, white. Yeah.
So this is going to be a four-way battle for the lead.
Yes, this is going to be brilliant.
Cyan and ivory. Oh, there we go. There's a good picture for you.
Yeah.
Amantes.
Yeah, Marvin. Having a really, really good look at Faux d'Armes in front of him.
So I'm showing Airborne Racing as not having scored any points yet this season, so this could be a big day for them.
I've seen these guys in the race before. The points must cut out at a certain
They
position.
do,
yes.
The team points are a little bit strange from what we're used to.
Okay. Can you explain it, or is it that strange?
I can explain it if I can find it
It
again.
looks
okay.
like only the top 10 score, or no, it's less than that.
Top 6, I think.
Yes, but the winner scores 10 points, is what confused me.
Let me.
While you're doing that, Clyde, these four are literally
Look at that, man. We're glued together right now.
Nothing will separate these four, I don't think, for a while.
What a great camera shot.
5. Is that 5 cars?
It is.
Is it?
Oh, look at this.
No.
Whoa.
One of them is a lapped car.
One of them is a lap car, yeah.
It's the Roaring Chicken Nuggets car of, actually I'm not sure which one it is, but it's one of the Roaring Chicken Nuggets cars.
Yeah, and not the one that was a squash chicken nugget before.
So just on them team points, guys, it is the top 6 that score. 10 points for first, 6 for second, and then 4, 3, 2, 1.
Right, so that's harsh scoring for a team perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got to be right up there in order to get anything. We can't really look away from these four at the minute.
No.
It's too intense. These guys are they within like half a second? Maybe just a little bit more.
About a second covering.
About a second. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. But seeing how many laps in? 22 laps in, and we're in this position. That's brilliant.
We've just hit the halfway point on time as well.
Right. So when do we expect these guys to start boxing the car for fuel?
At some point.
Thanks for that insight. Right, we need another commentator.
Poirot strikes again.
Yeah. I'm waiting for Tyler to say, well, you can work it out for yourself, you know.
Well, you can work it out for yourself, you know.
Hey!
I guess, well, I'm sure the pit lane, the pit window is open.
Well, absolutely, yes.
Yeah, it must be.
I think with these front four, we're just waiting for somebody to blink.
Yeah, I'd imagine they'll go as long as they can. Just looking when people have stopped, and there are some drivers making pit stops right now, and another one's just come in.
Yeah. There's a
Seen
few now. No, there's not.
the earliest stop that I don't think was for damage repairs was on lap 17.
Yeah.
So-
The big trouble with this track, as we've seen, is if you pit now and you come out behind all this traffic, it is so difficult to pass.
Yep.
We did just watch Niels Langeveld get mugged twice. Colonel Custer and Lucas de Vries both made their way past him. There he is, and he's dropped back as well. So oh no, he hasn't. Is he overtaken Lucas de Vries again? Yes, he has.
Yeah, further down the field for 15th.
It's the replay, I think, is it? No, maybe not. Oh, here's a replay. Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
So he's made his way back past.
Didn't get any traction on the grass, did he?
No, thanks, Sam.
Yeah, further down the field, I've been keeping an eye on Ryan Hall, because that's somebody that we know from the V8s, and he's managed to get past Starbucks Costa.
But he is in the pits now, as is Niels Coster. So definitely the window is open, obviously, since we're halfway through the race. Some of these drivers just splitting it in half. I think most of the leaders will just go as long as they possibly can before making their pit stop.
I think that would be the ideal tactic for them.
What's that now? He's just lost 2 more places, hasn't he, Niels Langeveld?
He dropped the wheels off the side of the track coming off.
He did. The Stacy effect is in full flow.
Custer is the first of the leaders in.
He is.
He is, yeah.
See them there in pit lane now. Colonel Custer in pit lane with the wrench. I've already worked it out.
What's the name of that game?
Pluto.
Clue, was it? No.
Pluto.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Oh dear. Jelly bean.
Oh, no.
Again.
Oh, what's he done? This must be another
Break
tire
on the
off
grass.
Tyler.
No.
Oh no, just rotated.
Wow.
Brake bias, Tyler?
Or just carrying too much speed.
Yeah,
On older tires, you can just kind of lose the rear if you don't get the car slowed enough.
You're not braking very hard into there, are you? Because
Not normally.
No, you're not.
It's more like a dab of brake, isn't it? And then back on the gas to really propel you through the dip, the camber of that corner.
Yep.
Oh, they're right
the
at
whole
it.
crew coming in. Wow.
So
I guess
they all
they've reached the
blinked
limit
at
of their
once?
fuel tank.
Yeah.
Must have. Although there is a car that's gone through.
That's
it
a
might
lap
be
car.
not on the
That's a
lap
lap
car,
car,
yeah.
yeah.
Everybody in the top 9 is in now.
Okay, 10. I think this is going to continue. That must be the absolute limit.
Right, so who's got their fuel tactic correct?
Marvin Amont has now taken the lead of the race.
Yeah, so he's got an extra lap in the tank.
And Sam Holt is out first.
Yeah, Sam Holt is out, yeah.
So he'll be giggling in his helmet, not saying anything to his teammates. He'll want his help.
Plasman kind of the big loser there, because he was already in 4th, but he lost a fair bit of time.
He did.
It was that wide.
I don't know, but his teammates
Jensen
in front of
Duluth.
him.
Yeah. Kart Academy cars.
Yep.
Here's the battle for 2nd. Presumably Maximilian Paul used his fast repair there.
Did they get one?
I believe so. I could be
Oh,
wrong.
right, okay.
I'm often wrong, so.
No, that car looks perfect now, so I think you're absolutely on it. That's not an overtaking place around the outside there.
He's still got the damage on there.
Oh, he has? Yeah, you're right. It looked clean a minute ago.
Well, it obviously isn't affecting them too much.
No. So, yeah, now Druids into Sheens. And then Sterling. That's not a place to do that.
Oh, baby.
That's not a place to do that.
No, it was not.
So Andrew Van Dalen gets the short end of that one.
One way to get rid of Van Dalen.
That's a shame. He'd been pretty much in control of the race until after the pit stop.
Yep.
So this is a send. Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Your opinion on that, Tyler?
It was a send.
It was a send. Yeah, not much to say there, really, is there?
Well, we have tough stewards here. They'll look at that one for sure.
I think he was just getting the feeling that Sam Holt was kind of escaping away down the road, and he needed to make something happen, but that wasn't the place to do it.
No. And Martin Statman loses 2 places there, out of Graham Hill Bend. That's a complicit overtake, isn't it? Oh,
Yep,
or
and then,
is it?
then we're on opposite sides, coming down into, was that Clark?
Graham Hill.
Graham Hill, that's right.
Yeah.
Get my English drivers messed
I know, there's loads of them around this track.
up. Of course, Jim Clark was Scott.
He was, yeah.
It looks like Eric Banello has played his get out of jailhouse rock free card.
Oh, dear me.
He's now up into the 20s.
Oh, that was just painful.
I can't help it. I just can't stop loving him.
Oh dear. Was that even his song?
What?
Can't Stop Loving.
I think his was Can't Help Falling.
That's
Yeah, I
it.
think that was it, yeah.
It's the B-side.
I think you're going to have to turn over that vinyl a few times to find the title that you were talking about. I think Martin Statman's got the pace on, definitely the car in front of him, which is Masha Krolikovsky. Oh, hang on, what's going on here? This is a bit crowded.
It's like,
It's into Surtees. You can do that, that's fine. That's where the people have been overtaken on the outside up pretty much all evening. And he's done it. I don't think that was an overtake, I think that was a defence, wasn't it? By Robin DeBecker over Kevin Powen.
Yeah, remember Kevin is out of place because he had those couple of spins we saw earlier on
Yeah.
in the race.
That's right, yeah. Niels Langeveld has shuffled himself forward in front of these guys now. Saw that before.
Yeah, the good pit stop coupled with off for Van Dalen has moved him into the top 5.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
significant gap to Lucas de Vries, about 3 seconds.
Yeah, and in these cars, you're right, that is a pretty big jump, and he's got another 2 seconds to David Plasman, I think.
Yep, you're right. So a bit of a hill for Langeveld to climb
Yeah.
if you make spots without trouble in front.
I think, to be fair to Elvis, he's probably all shook up from that incident earlier on.
He's googled the discography. This isn't going to stop people. I've known him do this before.
Can Sam mute Clyde? Is that a thing that can happen?
Why is Maximilian Paul flashing his lights? Who is that at? Us?
Probably.
He's about a day behind Sam Holt, so I don't know what's going on there.
There is a lapped car in between them, so
Oh,
perhaps
right.
alerting him to his presence. But as you said, there's about a day and a half between the two of them, so
It worked, though.
it
He intimidated him out of the way.
I think we could probably do with a little less conversation.
Yeah. Honestly, guys, on the chat, try to stop.
You've just got a suspicious mind.
or it could be caught in a trap.
Oh, Bill, stop it! It's getting infected.
Just don't call me ain't nothing but a hound dog, okay?
Right, come on, Flo. It's now or never.
Stop it!
Keep that up, Clyde. You might have some jailhouse rock.
That
Woo, look at this.
Oh, hang on. There's something going on here.
Emerson,
big move around the outside by Flo Dams, but he's made it work.
Yeah, he was on rails.
That was a lapped car.
Was it?
Because he's got a decent gap. No, it was
That was
Perry.
position.
Yeah,
Perry used to be.
Who is still up 13 spots from where he started.
Is Perry pitted or not?
Yes, everyone's
yeah,
pitted.
yeah, everybody's in. Yeah. Unless he's got a solar powered car, I don't know why I had to ask the question.
Hit on lap 22, which was kind of early in the cycle, but he has made this time. That wasn't DeVries ahead of Plasman.
DeVries is in 4th.
Yeah, Plasman's still working on maximum Paul.
Now, Lucas DeVries has been kind of hanging around all day, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. He's been doing pretty well, staying out of trouble.
Yeah, and Niels Langveld, he was in 5th for a while. Then he had about 2 or 3 laps where it all fell to pieces. And now he's back in 5th again, so we'll have to see where they end up at the end of the race.
Well, I'll tell you, don't you think that what helped, who did you just mention?
I don't know.
Langeveld?
I've just seen Martin Statman's face on the broadcast. He is very happy, isn't he? Very happy guy. Sorry, Bill, go on.
No, it's okay.
I've just seen Martin Brennan's comment on the chat.
What's that?
Tyler's in for it now. I believe that was when we was looking at that scent.
Oh, yeah. Martin's losing friends inside his house and out.
He forgets that, I pass him at least once a race, so, might want to stay on the good side.
So, almost 45 minutes in now.
Yeah, and I was going to
Wow.
say,
Just
Sam Holt.
amazes me how quickly these races go.
It really does.
Yeah, it's astonishing. Sam Holt is your race leader at the moment. I don't know why my screen is showing Maximilian Paul moving down the standings, but
No,
Whoa!
one second on my screen.
Wow! That's
There's a couple of spots there.
yeah. Oh my!
So he was under pressure from Robin de Becker, I believe.
Right, yeah.
Lock up there.
Friend wide.
Right off the side, yeah.
And this is a
Oh,
miracle.
shit.
Wow!
What a nice
Let's see that
amazing
Sam
maneuver.
on board from the
It
the
was
cruise
Justin
level
Niger.
car that missed him.
Yeah, Justin Niger was the car that missed.
That's probably the best Code Brown we've had yet. Here we go. Into Druids after Pilgrim's Climb.
Unsighted.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh no.
Oh, hang on.
It's always
Let me tell you. That'll tighten your sphincter muscle. Oh.
Definitely. Yeah. That's a full roll of toilet paper right there. Dear. Right on the limit. Is that Niels Costa? Oh, hang on, there's net code going on there.
Wow.
That was Robin de Becker
Yeah.
moving Starbucks Costa out of the way.
Yeah, and there was all sorts of netcode because one car was inside the other for a while. About here.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether they perceived the whole race position differently because of that netcode.
It
don't
looked
know.
to me like Neil sent it up the inside, and DeBecker was trying to tuck back in to get the kind of over-under run on the exit, but Niels had carried too much speed and kind of stopped on the apex a bit. So it caused DeBecker to misjudge it and just kind of clip the back of him. I don't really think there was netcode involved in that one. I think it was just a misjudgment.
Right, okay.
Tyler, you're a hell of a negotiator, let me tell you. It looked like DeBecker to me didn't appreciate getting past like that, gave a shot from the backside, but that might be wrong.
Just by the nature of that corner, the over-under over-under is pretty easily done there.
Yeah.
Assuming Niels carries the speed through, which he didn't, and then that was what Robin didn't anticipate.
So what do you say? He got up on the curb and backed off a little bit or something when he shouldn't have?
Well, I think he was just trying to keep it. I think he figured that Robin was going to try the over-under, so he was trying to keep it pinned to the.
Whoa.
That's from Kema going around.
Yeah.
But I think he was just trying to. And Kevin's spinning again.
Is that Kevin, was it?
Yes, yeah, I think so.
How did you pick that out of the crowd? They're all the same then. Oh, that's too much speed. Too much speed.
Got a nudge and then
Kevin.
Kevin.
He got a nudge.
Kevin also got a nudge.
Who was that?
I think it was Kaz Brinkhuizen, but I might be wrong.
Jurgen Vatler.
Ah.
Thanks,
It was not even for position. It was well down the order.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a proper show, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
That was a Bingham pass.
I definitely understand why they have driver chat off, but I do sometimes wish we could hear what they were thinking.
Yeah. Yeah. I do it with more finesse, Clyde. That's what
Yeah.
You might have to understand Spurs though to understand what they're saying, Tyler. I don't know how bilingual you are, but
Not very.
I thought Maciej Krolikowski was getting very intimate there with Niels Langeveld, but he's dropped back again.
yeah, these guys have been like an accordion, you know, out and in and out all day long.
So Jean-Claude Van Damme on the chat has said Robin de Becker is definitely not a driver to push someone off. He never does that in any race, definitely unintentionally.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. I just think he had every opportunity to back out of it.
Whoa! Sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, like I said, I think it was mostly just a misjudgment, and then once the two cars were connected, you know, even if he gets out, it's going to end up worse for both of them, so kind of better just to power through it.
Well, you and I, Pete, same time. Whoa!
Yeah. I wonder about Niels Langeveld and his car positioning. He was very erratic earlier in the race with his line change, and that one was very, very late in the day as well.
We did see him with a couple of incidents at Spa.
I don't remember. That's sad.
He had at least one at La Source. I believe he had two, because there was the Niels on Niels contact. I just don't remember which whether he was the attacker or the defender in that case. But here is a change and a change back for De Becker and Cohen once again.
That was darn nice too.
And Max Paul is starting to reel in Sam Holt a little bit as well. That gap was just under 2 seconds. It's just over a second now.
Yeah, 0.2 quicker that time through, so he'll get him by the end of the race at that pace with 10 minutes to go.
No, definitely. Still battling like it's lap 1 here, and we've only got 9 minutes to go or something.
Brinkhuizen and Rumeka going at it. Rumkima, sorry.
And I was wrong, it's only about 5 minutes to go.
Nope.
No,
It's about 9 minutes. 9 minutes now.
Under 9.
I was right the first time, I just should have quit while I was ahead.
Shouldn't have quit.
Oh, thanks for that.
So here's Kevin, Cohen, and De Becker again.
Oh, this looks like an instant replay, doesn't it?
Well, it's a defensive line this time from De Becker because he knows the over-under might not work. So better to just hold the inside. Oh, but he goes wide into Graham Hill Bend, and he's going to lose a couple of places.
Yeah. He'll be kicking himself for that.
That time through, Sam Holt stretched it back 0.2, so ebbing and flowing a bit out front.
These two are still at it. Maciej Krolikowski and Niels Langeveld.
These guys have had no rest today, let me tell you.
No, they've been together pretty much all race.
Yeah, they have.
I enjoyed Benham's comment on
Oh,
Sean.
what's that? That's good. He says, thanks for the Jean-Claude Van Damme reference. He built Brussels. I stayed in Brussels. Classic. Cheers, man.
I don't think this one is going to be over until they cross the finish line.
No, and it ebbs and flows, doesn't it? Maciej like drops back every so often, but then comes roaring back to the back of Niels's car. And,
Yeah, well, you know, it can be worthwhile to just stay back a bit through the Grand Prix section because you're not going to make a pass without some major issues, and to be tucked right up behind a car can really kill your front tires, and they're pretty deep in this race, and you'll be wanting to keep those tires as cool as possible. So, ooh, who's that spun? It's Krolikowski.
Yeah.
oh dear.
And that lead gap, guys, is under a second now.
Yeah, there's lots of swearing going on in that helmet right now.
We jinxed him. Oh,
Yeah, I sure did, yeah. Wheels on the grass.
Oh boy.
Keep it out of the wall. I think he did.
Boy, I'll tell you, he really avoided the wall quite well.
That folks, is what Brands Hatch does to you.
It does.
Oh, yeah.
It's punishing, isn't it? It really is. Fantastic circuit.
Oh, it is.
Well, that's a defensive line from Lucas de Vries. No, from Plasman on Lucas de Vries.
Has he gone wide?
So De Vries must have really closed this gap in because he was a couple of seconds behind Plasman at one point.
Yeah, and that's what I was meaning about the line through Westfield. I mean, I know we've only seen it once, but taking that wider and faster, it means you can get underneath someone at Dingledell. So
something must have happened to Plasman to bring. Yeah. Ooh, wheels on the grass.
Oh.
There we go. Boy,
You'd
you made
think
it.
they'd know at this point in the race that the grass is not their friend, but this is for a podium position, so these guys are going hard.
yeah,
Meanwhile, this is De Becker and Kolmel side by side. That takes cooperation.
yeah, it does.
It's under half a second for the lead.
Oh, it is. Oh, this is on. This is on.
Paul has really closed him in the last couple of laps.
Defensive.
Very.
Yeah.
Left car in front.
Yeah, might be
That'll be Richard Buchanan.
machines and
Cool.
firing ourselves forward here to Sterling's and then onto Clearways. Lots of slipstream down Clearways, and then
4 minutes.
Clark.
So probably 3 laps left for these guys.
Shallower line from Maximilian Paul. Paddock. And then up Pilgrim's Rise to Druids. Graham Hill Bend is next. There's nothing to do here. It's the next turn where something could happen. I think he's going to leave it till the last lap, to be honest.
Well, Brands Hatch is a very dependable circuit.
It is,
As
yeah.
long as it's all about getting your exits right around here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Druids is really the only place you can
Stuff it in.
kind
Yeah.
of easily, try and outbrake somebody. All the other braking zones are fairly light. That's Buchanan letting the leaders by. Next lap car is Perry Oosterveer about 9 seconds up the road, so I don't know that they'll catch him before this race is over.
There's a nice little battle also for the podium, De Vries and Plasman.
Yeah, been going on a little while, this one.
Yeah, it has.
And another one further back. This is for 6th place, so these points are valuable as well, both for the person, for the individual and for the team. Here we're looking at Flo Darms trying to get onto Robin De Becker. Seen lots of action with Robin De Becker today.
Sure have.
Hopefully we'll get some interviews. Last time we only got 3 top guys, so let's see what happens this time.
I think that's generally who they send.
There we go, that was done. Flo Darms took that position. Oh, you think... Oh, right, I see. Yeah.
I feel like I remember seeing something in the regulations that the podium goes to the team.
Ooh!
Oh, that was the position.
It was,
Bosman.
and a good position. Is he out of fuel? No.
No, I think he just got loose at Apex and
Right.
had to kind of get on the brakes to hold on to it.
I was shocked by the amount of speed he lost, that's all. That's why I thought that.
We saw something similar with De Becker with the next level cars going through. Yeah, he
Yeah,
did
he
lose
carried too
late
much,
entry.
didn't he?
Yep.
I mean, that it reacted really badly for him, didn't it?
That could have been some bent aluminum right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Here is the lead battle. No, sorry, here is the lead.
No,
Not yet.
Press again.
Team keeps changing and none of them are what I want. But
Whoa, that's close. No, really. Wow, around the outside at Paddock.
it's impressive.
Yeah, that is.
And he's trying to stick that car in between
Yeah.
him and Max.
Starbucks Costa. Oh,
Here
we go.
is
This
the
is
lead
what you're
battle.
after.
And they should be taking the white flag. Yep, there it is. So this is the last lap.
Flashing his lights from 4 car lengths back. Good effort. Yawn.
Oh, Niels.
no! Oh,
Uh,
is that a penalty?
could
Not
be.
enough fuel.
Could be.
Yeah, or not enough fuel, yeah. So this is going to be where he will do whatever he is going to do. He's already tried the flashy light button. That didn't get him ahead.
That wasn't. I don't think he was going to have anything into.
Oh dear.
Oh, is somebody else off there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Justin Nair.
Is it?
Yep.
He was quite high up, wasn't he?
He was
No,
running
no.
around 20th.
Yeah. Got the wrong next level car.
Well, I'm sorry, that might not be Justin Nair because
He
he's
got somebody in
still
front of
going. Unless he just pulled off there to let the leaders.
Yeah, possible. I do think there's a lot of drama that we're not.
Oh, there's a
Ooh.
big chunk of grass taken. You can get away with it through there.
Yeah. I've got
Yeah.
Maciej Krolikowski dropping
Here they
the
come.
order.
Need to come down clearways. Getting closer.
I think
I don't think he's
Sam
gonna go.
Holt's got this in hand.
Yeah, I do too.
So I had Maciej Krolikowski dropping down the order rapidly, and I don't
Wow.
know that he's not in the pits.
Well done, Sam Holt. That was a nice.
I'm still showing message in 7th, so I
All
think
right.
he's-
Oh no, he's just lapped back up on my timing screen.
De Vries hangs on to the final podium spot, it looks like.
Yeah, followed by Plasman
Yep.
and Stockman. Yost. Polakowski, sorry.
And then our one-time leader, Andrew Van Dalen.
I think he kind of got a raw deal. I feel sorry for him.
I do as well, yeah.
Yeah, you guys should celebrate for finishing. That's a tough place to put 45 rocket ships out there and hope you all survive. It's tough.
Honestly, I think for what we were expecting, it was a fairly clean race. Obviously, there was
I
some
agree.
contact and incidents, but kind of expected.
Yeah.
I would say there were less people dropping wheels into the grass than I expected.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you.
And I do too. That could have been such a crash fest, and it wasn't. It was really good. Very well controlled by the majority of drivers.
Well, the results are up for me at least.
Me too.
Sam Holt is your race winner for Airborne Racing ahead of Maximilian Paul by just about a quarter of a second. Lucas De Vries comes home in third, rounding out your podium ahead of David Plasman. Martin Satman brings home a top 5 as well. Ross Yost did well to move forward up 10 spots from where he started. He comes home in 6th. Mateusz Krolikowski, who we saw deep in battles through most of the race, comes home in 7th. Andrew Van Dalen, your pole sitter and early leader, comes home in 8th place after contact after the pit stop. Marvin Amance finishes in 9th, and Niels Langeveld, after his late stop, rounds out your top 10. Jort van White comes home in 11th. Ricardo Rumkemarici comes home in 12th. Kaz Brinkhuizen comes home in 13th ahead of Kevin Pohn. Niels Koster rounds out your top 15 ahead of Flo Dems, Robin De Becker, and Jelle Bielen.
And I'll carry on once it trips over. I think I'm about 30 seconds behind America because it takes forever for mine to update. It's crazy.
Yeah, ours is up. It's about halfway down the sheet right now.
There we go. So 19th is Perry Oosterveer for Apex Racing Team. Then Jeffrey Colmel, who drives for himself. He's a privateer. 21st is Richard Buchamer. 22nd is Justin Nair. 23rd is Simon Van Dijk. 24th is Brian Crawls, followed by Eric Verley in 25th. Elvis Banello in 26th.
Good one.
Yeah, thanks. 27th is Niels Chesters, and 28th is Jeroen Vatlet. I'll hand over to Bill, who's probably already got the right numbers on the screen for 29th onwards.
Okay, 29th is Nick Stoop, followed by David Amisi. 31st is Kevin Van Diesel. 32nd is Jensen, wish I could pronounce it, Levidi. 33rd is Niels de Koper. 34th is Attils de Vries. 35th is Bodgwin Custer. Or is that Colonel Custer? Yeah, okay, Colonel Custer.
Custer, yeah.
Okay, 36th is Perry Paginen. 37th is Yori Tenvorid. 38th is Stefan van der. 39th, Tom Boss. 40th is Quentin Floor. 41st is Max van Splinteren. 42nd is Will Igby. 43rd, Peter De Hoys. 44th, Ben Edelman. And 45th, Davy Rietzma.
Excellent. Right, so guys, we do have our podium finishers waiting for us. So no further ado, Pete, we will give you a race winner, Sam Holt.
Sam Holt, good evening. Welcome to the booth. Please don't swear, you are live.
How you all doing?
All good, all good. More importantly, how are you doing? That was some race. You've managed to get yourself into first place and hold on to it. Max was giving you some significant attention towards the end of that race. How did you manage to hold him off?
No idea. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, always good to be honest. At the beginning of the race, you had to work your way through. You had your teammate. Hang on a minute. He was either in front of you or behind you. He was in front of you, wasn't he? At the very start. He had a unfortunate coming together. I'm sure there was some choice words in his racing helmet, simulated, obviously.
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And he got shuffled backwards in the field. That's Andrew, obviously. And are you in communication with him throughout the race?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah. And how did he feel that went? Because obviously we won't get to speak to him tonight.
I'm not totally sure, to be honest. I don't think it's protestable or anything from what he said, so I'll have to have a look at it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a 50-50 if you view it in a certain way. So, yeah, fantastic result from you, Sam. Massive, massive points for you and the team. Any standout moments for you? I mean, your pit stop. I must talk about your pit stop. You managed to leapfrog. How was that?
I have no idea. I took exactly the same amount of fuel as Andrew and must have just got a better launch.
In that case, that's the finitest of gaps, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
We saw you on the stream, both leaving pit lane, and there was nothing really. You were probably about 7/8 of a car in front, and I think he had to back off in order to let you go. So that's as close as it gets.
Yeah.
Any other standout moments for you?
There was an overtake. I think it was like lap 4 or 5 or something like that when Plasman pushed De Vries a bit wide, and I managed to nip down the inside at turn 4. Turn 3, sorry. And jumped both of them. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. So yeah, okay. The left-hander.
Yeah.
Yeah. We saw a lot of people go off track today, lose it on the grass. You seem to keep it clean and keep it on the black stuff, so that's a result right there. Brands Hatch, what did you think of it in the Lambo?
It was certainly tricky. I did BRS in the BMW Z4 before, which was a lot easier, I think.
Easier to handle, or
Yeah.
car combination better?
Yeah, just easier to handle in general.
Right.
It was definitely trickier.
Right. I mean, the start was brilliant from the whole field, to be honest. And we didn't see really any proper dramas until about lap 2, which you wouldn't expect, would you? Everybody piling into
No.
Druids. 45 cars into Druids. Doesn't really go, does it?
No, not at all.
So hats off to everybody. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to, or to thank for this race victory?
Just my 2 teammates, Andrew and Flo. Andrew worked on the setup for us, which was good, and worked well. And then you guys, thanks for the great streams.
Not a problem. We aim to deliver. In that case, Sam Holt, our race winner for tonight. Congratulations, and we'll see you next time out.
Thank you very much. See you later.
So Sam Holt there, our race winner. Next in the booth for you, Tyler, we will bring in Max Paul.
Max Paul, a bit of a better race for you, or certainly a better race result for you than we saw out at Spa. Similar on pace, though, running up near the front pretty much the whole time, and really the only major setback was a bit of a ill-fated overtaking attempt for the lead into Paddock Hill. But you got back there in the end. Do you think, had you been able to hold on a bit better through the race, you would have had a chance at overtaking Sam, or was it just a little too hard to pass here today?
To be honest, in the last couple of laps, I think it would have been really difficult to pass Sam because he was really fast and I was just not in the right moment. But for me, if I would have done the move properly and in the beginning to the lead, probably I could have pulled away, because at this moment he wasn't really quick. But anyway, they were really good driving and fighting really hard. It was really a nice race.
Yeah, of course, the kind of elephant in the room. We saw your contact with Van Dalen right after the pit stops. Sort of, kind of ambitious move into Sterling. Were you just feeling like you needed to get through to have a chance of keeping up with Sam, or was it just you saw the opportunity open up and you went to make it?
Now that was the opportunity, and also I needed to overtake because slightly a bit slower, and Sam was pulling away, so I said this has to be the move. Fortunately, we touched, but I was really side by side, and I think in the end it was just hard, but hopefully there will be no penalty.
Yeah, fair enough. Certainly missing your teammate Mirko Bortolotti this week, but a solid result for you guys in the team championship, and with second place not here this week, should be good for GazX extending that points lead.
Exactly, that's one of the goals we had, to make a lot of points. Team, as Mirko is now currently running in Dubai. But yeah, Martin, a really good job. P5, really a lot of points, had good speed, so we're for the team and also now for my drivers championship.
Yeah, fantastic. Do you have anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, to Martin. Thanks to to drive with Gazix. Thanks for the good result. Hopefully for the next race. If Mirko isn't able to join, we can do it together.
Very good, thank you. And that is your second place finisher today, Maximilian Paul. Congratulations. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay, so we won't speak to Max again because he didn't mention the brilliant broadcast.
Yep, he's blacklisted. Blacklisted.
Definitely blackballed there. So next up we have our third place finisher, Lucas De Vries. Welcome to the booth.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
How was that race for you?
Yeah. Lots of things happened, to be fair. I think the beginning was fine, at a great start. Didn't have any damage, so that was great. And then I was just settling for some pace and following the train, because it was all big train, because overtaking is difficult. Then I was like battling a lot and got set wide once on the grass. So that was I lost around 8 seconds or something, and I was back to P9. So I had a race to go from there on. So could do lots of overtaking.
Yeah, we saw you, trying to get back up to the top end of the top 10 there, and something that stuck out that we saw a lot of on the stream was your battle with David Plasman. That was one hell of a battle.
Yeah, that was really close. We were like going side by side, I think, once through the whole lap and going side by side through those fast corners. It was close. Sometimes a bit too close, I think, but eventually we both finished in good position. So
yeah, and without that incident where you ended up sideways on the grass, do you think you could have had anything for Max and Sam in this race?
well, if I didn't lose that time, I think I could follow. I mean, the pace was there. I think I also got some slight damage from the incident. But I think still the pace was there. But unfortunately lost some time.
And Imola next week.
Yeah.
Sorry, not next week. 2 weeks' time. Is that a track that you enjoy?
But to be honest, I really enjoy the track. I've done a few races there, and I really enjoy it, the flow, and especially the curbs. Like the curbs are really high, and you have to use it on a specific way. It's really challenging, but if you know how to, it's a really great track. Yeah.
Well, we look forward to
Yeah, me
keeping
too.
our eyes on you then for that one.
Oh, now you put the pressure on me. That's not.
Well, no, you've just put the target on yourself there.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
that wasn't our doing.
That's true.
So, great race, Lucas. Well, we think this series is fantastic. Anyway, any shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yes. I would like to give one shout out, and that's to do with my livery. I really want to thank Falco Veerkamp, amazing designer for this livery. I mean, the colors and it's amazing. Thank you for that.
Yeah,
Even my face is on it. I mean, what do you want more for livery?
Well, you could put Pete's face on it.
All right, that's for Imola then.
And then when people look in their rearview mirror, it tends to scare them and they drive off the track. So, it's always a good idea.
Okay.
You said they'd be transfixed by my beauty earlier. How has that changed?
That's what I meant, I just got confused, that's all. Right, so Lucas, congratulations on your third place. We look forward to seeing you again at Imola.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, guys, so that's our top three out of the way. Pete, give us a summary on that race.
As frantic as I expected it to be. Tyler mentioned it a number of times, putting your tyres on the grass around here, as much as any track on iRacing, to be fair, but here it punishes you massively because you've got quite a lot of grass runoff, and then you got lots of hard stuff that follows it, and quite a few people succumb to that tonight. I think Lucas needs to get him more money from his sponsors because he was in the camera shots and a massive amount. There was lots going on around him tonight. It was an absolutely amazing action race. This car and track combination was excellently chosen. I think the Lamborghini looks fantastic around all these corners. And we saw some fantastic overtaking round the outside. On the inside, some obviously questionable nudges here and there, but that's racing. It's not disappointed me, absolutely, and I think everybody at home will be suitably entertained. And if you are, give us a like. I've already mentioned it in the chat, but you don't always read what I write. So we need all the likes we can get. But it was an amazing race. Probably one of the most entertaining we've seen from Next Level.
And Bill, we spoke about your love of Brands Hatch before we started. Did that race with those cars around that track live up to your expectations?
I have to say that the guys are using all the adjectives, but it was absolutely breathtaking. I was totally blown away by how well these guys managed this course. I mean, even though it's beautiful, it can be deadly. And, the driving standards were very, very good, in my opinion. I mean, we had someone coming togethers and all that, but really, considering there are 45 rocket ships out there at the same time, I thought they did an excellent job. It was exciting to watch. There was always battles here and there. And the leader was not a runaway. You had a train of 4 or 5 cars most of the time, which was just absolutely sensational. So I'll tell you, if Imola is anything like this, I'm going to have to get ice water because it's just unbelievable how exciting it is. And I'm really thankful that we get to watch this and commentate on it. It's really excellent.
And Tyler, what did you take from that race? Have we seen a potential championship winner in Sam Holt?
I have no idea, to be honest. I mean, the series has been absolutely phenomenal through the 3 races we've seen so far, but I mean, you can just look at the results and there's no consistency at the front. We've had 3 different winners. Our first 2 race winners weren't here today, and we still saw an excellent level of quality, level of competence through the field. And we saw an insane grid. I mean, 45 cars, 45 Lamborghinis around Brands Hatch is nothing short of chaotic, and they managed to put on a really excellent show without it. I'm really looking forward to Imola. We just had a absolutely phenomenal VRA GTCC race there, so we know the GT3s can put on a good show, and I think we're going to be in for yet another treat next time out.
Yeah, most definitely. And before the race, I in particular was a bit worried, and I think we all mentioned it at some point that it could have turned into a big wreck fest around here. But yes, there was some questionable manoeuvres going on, but I think on the whole, these drivers showed the skill level, and on the whole managed to keep it on the black stuff. Sam, these races are always busy for you, aren't they?
Nah. Just about. Yeah, very busy, but great show. That's really enjoyable as broadcaster to have that much action on track. It was a great race again, as they prove on round 1 and round 2. And I looking forward to see the 4th race at Imola in 2 weeks.
Yeah, most definitely. Congratulations to our podium. Obviously, thanks to all the drivers for taking part. The fantastic team that organise these events as well, because this is absolutely nothing to do with us, which is why it's a bit more professional than our leagues. And obviously, thank you to everybody for watching. And thank you to those people that haven't watched yet but are going to watch. So, you've got a mention as well. Coming up on Backfire Simsport TV tomorrow, we are back in SRC endurance action, round 4, which is the 6 hours of Road America. So we're back with the P1s, P2s, and your GTE cars. It's going to be absolutely cracking. And then next Wednesday, we are back with round 6 of the EDF Motorsports GT4 TCR Challenge. That is from Twin Ring Motegi. And then following that on Sunday the 24th, we are back in VRA GTCC action with round 10 from Kota. So as usual, I say it is a big thanks to the drivers, a big thanks to the viewers and the organisers. Make sure you drop this video a like. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and also follow our Facebook channel, and that way you'll never miss one of our races again. I'm going to say good night. Let all the guys say good night, and then we'll close the broadcast. So good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Thanks for showing up, and looking forward to the next one.
Good night, everybody. Hope we see you next time.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.